Well, good morning. It is the 3rd of October, 2024, and I'm here at my favorite breakfast spot, the $8 breakfast at Preferred RV Resort. And I won't linger a lot in here, but I will show you what the breakfast looks like when it's finished. Well, when it's delivered, not finished. You don't want to see it when it's finished. Um, and then we're going to go on to my regular twice a week chiropractic appointment. And we'll see what else today brings us. So, as promised, here's what the breakfast looks like: scrambled eggs, sausage, English muffin, and hash browns. Oh, let's not forget nice fresh coffee. It's really good coffee. Well, I have exactly 10 minutes to get to the chiropractor's. I didn't get to finish my breakfast, of course, but I got a to go thing right up front. I knew I wasn't going to make it. And I know I just showed you that beautiful breakfast. A couple things about that. One is, should I have chosen, I could have also gotten French toast with that. So it would have been even a bigger breakfast. And those eggs, you can't tell from the scale, but I would say those scrambled eggs were very, very close to 3 eggs. It was a lot. And a healthy hash brown portion, a big sausage link. And if you really love sausage and you want more than one link, all you got to do is ask. And they're more than happy to give you an extra link or two. And boy, the, I know the people in there are volunteers. There's a lot of people with good hearts that are owner members here, and they volunteer, and they wait on you. You know, they bring you the coffee. They take your order. They just like they fall over themselves to wait on you, better than most restaurants. It's a pretty remarkable thing. Um, it's just such a wonderful experience here. Um, and it's 8:07. My appointment's at 8:15. And I'm going to guess if I'm going to be late, it'll be a minute or two late, and they won't care. They'll be fine with it. I just wanted to try to kind of squeeze everything in this morning. And the thing that I missed, I slept in. If you see my um, comment video, you're going to notice I don't say what time it is because I was a little embarrassed. It was after 7. I usually am, 4:35. I'm at it. So that video is uploading, and let's see. What else did I want to say about that? Oh, and I released a long form video, which is a kind of a little weird one. I got a new what I refer to as my flying selfie stick, a camera that hovers around me. I got a new one of those to see if it's the new one produced by DJI. I wanted to see if it was improved on the Hover X1 that I had. I had a couple of specific problems that really bothered me, and it seems to this DJI version seems to have pretty much solved those problems, although there's still audio problems with it. And the audio problem is, um, I'll start talking, you'll see my lips moving, and the audio will cut in like 5 or 6 seconds later, and I haven't quite figured out if there's a way to correct that, or I've gone online and searched for problems on it, and I haven't been able to find it. So maybe I'll call DJI and ask them. That's the only complaint I really have. So it was really me doing testing, and I decided to. I even said I'm probably not going to show this whole thing. The purpose was um, to just to test it, and I decided to just publish the footage. Thought people might be interested. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of. You didn't say or show it or say it, or I did put a link in there in the description of if you're interested in the specifics of the model and everything and how much it costs. But I hesitated to do that in the video because I don't want it to appear like I'm doing a review or promoting or trying to sell anything. So that's why I hesitated to have any of that, add any of that into the video. It was just meant to be. This is kind of like a thing that I do as a YouTuber and as an RVer. I test stuff out to see if they're going to work. And we are at 8:10, so we got the 5-minute warning, and we're well on our way. You saw me hesitate there because I'm not showing you the road this morning, and if you saw, you'd see a sheriff's car just sitting there watching traffic go by. And I wonder, I'm going to hold off for a second, telling you why I was nervous. I was not speeding. No, that wasn't it. And I wonder if you could guess what made me think I could be a candidate for being pulled over. Have your guesses? Right. Now, you're looking at me, so the camera, as I'm looking straight ahead on the road, the camera would be where? Right in front of my windshield. And I am sure that in every state that there is, having a camera like this sitting blocking part of your view on the windshield is probably not okay. Although this one's a really small, skinny one, and I'm wondering if there's, you know, a size component. I don't know. But I've never been pulled over for it, never been warned for it, but every once in a while people have asked you, have you ever been gotten the police ever giving you a hard time about your having a camera on in your window and or not window but in front of your windshield? And the answer is no. But now that I say it, it will probably happen tomorrow. Now I could put it over to the mount it over to the side, and it would be a sort of an angular view of me. I don't know. I might consider doing that. Certainly when I have my cell phone doing it, it's over to the side, so it really doesn't block my view. But this is right in front of me. We're going to get caught at the intersection here. So with 3 minutes to go, we're getting caught at a red light. But it's going to be close. It's going to be close. A lot is going to depend on how long this red light is, I think. I'm craving, boy, that's a terrible view of me, isn't it, with the sun and the shade and everything? Maybe if I angle this a little bit more. No, I guess it's not going to do anything. What was I saying? I'm craving coffee because I had that, they served me coffee and it's good coffee. I don't know what they did this year. It's better than last year. Not that it was bad last year, but it's especially good this year. Because of the short time, I only had a few sips, and I'm like, my muscle reflexes are reaching down to the coffee. It's not there. So it is 8:13, and I see the turn here into the chiropractors. This is on State Highway 160. It's called Med Spine, and it's at 3250 Highway 160. And here we are. There's a bunch of things in here in addition to Med Spine. Let me turn it around. I'll show you. It's a nice little place. And there's usually all kinds of parking in front. And I'm going to park right in front of the front door. What do you think of that? Oh, somebody's pulling in behind me. That could have been nasty, but we missed each other. And here I am at Med Spine. And it is 8:14. I'm 1 minute early. How's that? Oh, I think I have my microphone here set to automatically turn off. So I need to turn it on and we'll have better sound here in just a second. So I'm done with my chiropractor appointment. Um, it went well. I was like chatting with Dr. Lewis. He's interested in psychology. So we have some interesting discussions while he's doing his adjustment. And if you're curious, the way it works is he does his adjustments, then he brings me into a room with a couple of physical therapists, and I do he assigns particular physical therapy exercises. So that's all included in, I pay cash and it's $50 a session. It's the adjustment and the physical therapy. That's pretty darn good, let me tell you. And there's two physical therapists working with you at the same time. Well, so what, right? I'll tell you what is that I've observed what they're doing is one will be giving instruction on the exercise. The other one will be watching your body from a different angle, and you'll get coaching from both on your posture. And so it really ensures that you're doing near perfect movements for the specific exercises. It's really cool. It's a great idea. And if I haven't mentioned before, I have not been a fan of chiropractic my entire adult life. I've been having back problems in one manner or the other since I was in my early 20s. And I've been to many um, orthopedic people, acupuncture, certainly plenty of chiropractors. And the chiropractors in the past have either maybe done a little harm, arguably, but mostly no difference until I met Dr. Lewis here, and I was having severe pain. And there's no doubt that his adjustments alleviated the pain and got me better. And when I leave Pahrump and I'm gone for the summer or gone for the winter, those aches and pains gradually return, and I come back and go back into the treatments, and I get better very quickly. So I don't have any doubts. And the methodology that he uses, there's only two other people in the country that are doing it, and they're both in California. So it's not like I can find someone else in other cities where I travel that have the same technique. So if you're interested in his technique and what he does and how he does it, he's got a plethora of information on his website. It's called It's MedSpine. Just Google MedSpine, MEDSPINE, Pahrump, and you'll find his website. So anyway, what's going on now is that I have to go to the grocery store. I know I just went to Walmart the other day, but I just ran out of cat food. And I gave the last handful of cat food to George for his breakfast this morning. And if I don't have fresh food for dinner tonight, there's going to be trouble. So I need to jump into Smith's and grab some cat food. And I can grab the two things that I forgot on the last trip. That was cottage cheese and a little cream cheese is what I forgot on the last one. And anything else that I may spy on the way through there and just have to buy. Oh, I need to get some Tums. So we got Tums, cat food, cottage cheese, cream cheese. And if anyone wants to place their bets now in the comments of how many additional things will Rob buy at Smith's today? How many? Not what things. I wouldn't expect, but is it going to be 0 additional things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? I can tell you right now, I'm pretty stocked up. So the number will be between 0 and 4 is my best estimate. I doubt more than 4 just because I just went shopping at Walmart. I don't have room for much stuff. So let's turn the camera around, shall we? And for those of you that's like, Rob, I want to see where you're going. I don't want to see your face. There you go. There's your reward. Even though you've seen, if you watch my videos, you've seen this stretch 100 times. You just saw it last night. Well, that's silly. You didn't see it last night. I did. There's a video, my Las Vegas trip video. I haven't even pulled it off the camera to upload it, but one of the last things I do is I drive this drive to home at night. So you can see what this looks like at night. And I met my buddy Shane that I used to be work partners with before I retired in Fairfax County. And we had a nice dinner together in the desert. You know, he came to visit Las Vegas and he's playing hockey. He plays for the Fairfax County, Virginia fire department hockey team, and they travel a few times a year and play other departments and tournaments. And he's here in Las Vegas playing a tournament. And you know, the Airbnb he was at was just a few blocks away from the strip. So when I came down there, I said, I'm going to take you to a atypical place to go to dinner for Las Vegas. So I think it was 17 miles, but I went out to a little community near Red Rock that has an amazing restaurant. I just love it. Everything's made from scratch. The prices are reasonable. We sat outside. You know, we got there in time where the weather was just perfect for sitting outside, and we got the added bonus of wild burros. When we got into town there was like an elementary school. It's this little tiny town right near Red Rock. There were probably a dozen burros grazing on the grass at the elementary school. And he was just thrilled to see that. He's like, what's going on there? Where do they come from? And he had no idea that, you know, the burros are native in the desert and they're fairly plentiful. And it's pretty fascinating to see him for the first time. And he was pretty happy. I got some footage of that too. Got some nice footage of that. So we're just letting people walk by because people are pretty nice to me when I'm walking across the parking lot. They stop and let me by. It's a lot more comfortable. You know, I had an old boss. God, this is probably way 30, 40 years ago when I first started working. We're in Boston, and it was a cold, cold day, and it was snowy and blizzardy, and we were in the car, and he stopped and let this woman like cross in front of him where he had plenty of time to go. And he said, you know, it's a lot easier for me to sit in a warm car than it is for her to walk in the cold. And I always remembered him saying that. It seems obvious, but it really struck me at a young, vulnerable age. And this guy, his name was Steve Gray. He was a mentor. He was in just early 40s. I was 22, maybe. And that's the kind of thing that he taught me. It was an early lesson in kindness. Anyway, so I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go in and get the stuff, and I'll let you know who won on the guess. Okay, so the winner, if you chose 2, you would have been correct. I got this and a big old 40 count thing of bottled water for like $3.49. It was on sale, so I couldn't resist. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this video, unless I change my mind on the way back and turn it back on again and thank you again and tell you that I'm grateful again. I've been doing that a lot lately. But we're in good shape here. We got the cat food, so we're not going to tick off George. George will have fresh food tonight for dinner. Dottie always has plenty. We got plenty of fresh ground beef and vegetables for Dottie. And why don't you feed that to George? Well, George doesn't like that. George, I've tried gourmet cat food. I've tried fresh made cat food. George likes what George likes. And George likes dry cat food. That's all George will eat. So I'm going to turn her around here. And for the duration, we're going to navigate through the couple of parking lots here to take our way home without having to get on 160. So that means we go by the Burger King here. There's the Burger King. And these are Tesla charge stations. I think these are new. I don't remember these from last year. These are new. I don't remember them from the spring, for heaven's sake. Now here you got to be careful because you got a stop sign here, but the guy, like that guy there, does not have a stop sign. You can go straight through. So you really got to make sure you yield to the cross traffic here. And instead of going straight, I'm going to go down this aisle because there are no speed bumps on this aisle. A little bit smoother drive. We're in the parking lot of the Pahrump Nugget Casino. One of the best steakhouses in there that I've ever been in, and I've been in some good ones in my business days. You know, I've been in Ruth Chris multiple times. And this in here was the best steak I have ever had. And I believe it wasn't the best cut of steak. I believe it was a New York strip, but it was superb in texture, tenderness, flavor, everything. And I think my meal was about $50, which if you go to a top-notch steakhouse in like Vegas, Las Vegas, you're going to pay a lot more than $50 for a meal. And that $50, that was a big slice of beef there, big thing of, so it was at least 3 meals for me. So it was not terrible. So here we are at the gate. We pull up slowly, kind of at an angle so they can read my little sign that says I belong here. So they can open the gate for me. She recognized me. I don't know if you saw the sign there. There's a sign that says slow down, and there's like a mean looking cartoon character almost scolding you. They are super serious about, I think I keep mentioning it, but I keep getting reminded in what they've done is they've done a good job because they put these signs everywhere that like remind you of that. So it's constantly on your mind. And they do send out emails reminding you, look, you could, according to the agreement, I guess, they can, I have to accept fines that they levy on me for violations. And they said that if you're speeding, they'll fine you. And good luck proving you weren't speeding. I mean, there's no court to go to plead innocence. So if they fine you, you're either going to end up at odds with them for a long time, or you just pay it. And hopefully I'll never get nailed for it. Okay. End of the video. Ending here. End. Well, we have another adventure. And if you know me and my channel, you know my adventures are like errands. So today, my friend Judy has her rig over at My Mechanics Tire Works that I've done videos on. They treated me really well. And she's having her radiator replaced today. And she's been over there all morning because when I got up and left at 7:30 to go to breakfast, she was gone. So she's been there since early this morning. So we're going to go over there, check on her, and see if she wants to. She and her dog Buddy want to maybe just go for a ride and get out of there for a little while, or maybe she wants to do some shopping or something. We'll, so she'll be there in that seat if she decides she wants to go for a ride. And Buddy can be, there's a little dog bed right behind that seat. Buddy can be in there. And we'll just see what we can see and do. It's Thursday, and it's the 3rd of October. The 4th is tomorrow, and that is Friday, which means it's my work day, which I'll be working all day tomorrow. I work 1 day a week. Uh, 1 day a week. You don't get much more part time than that, do you? 1 day. Here we go. It's just across the street here. It's not very far. Make a right on Nevada 160 and a left onto the service road on the other side of the street. We will be there. It's 10 o'clock. Already over 80 degrees. It'll be over 100 today. There's a guy in the corner playing a guitar under an umbrella. He's there a lot, even on hot days. He's got an e-bike there. He's got a microphone and a speaker. I already see where we're going. It's there on the left, but you can't see because you're looking at me again. It's like, Bob, I'm telling you, I love hearing your voice, but I want to see where you're going. I don't want to see your face. Well, sometimes you get your way, sometimes not. Because if Judy goes for a ride with me, I want you looking at Judy, and we're going to talk, and I want you to see her. Look at this heavy. Well, I'm saying look, you can't see it. Heavy traffic. Looking for a break to make a left here, and it's constant traffic. It's just a Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's so busy. So I'm waiting here this whole time just to make a left-hand turn, and it's just constant. And people drive pretty fast. I was talking to some neighbors this morning. The guy was saying, when he gets through a traffic light, turning on to 160, he always waits because there's so many people running the red lights. There's so many accidents. Well, this guy decided to screw you. You're waiting too long. I'm pulling out fast. And I don't do that. I don't pull out fast to beat the traffic. And I just refuse to do it. But sometimes you misjudge how fast somebody's coming, and you've gotten T-boned before you realize what's happened. So I've been here, a couple of minutes, 2 minutes. I see a break in traffic coming up. But, 99%, I think, of the population in Nye County is concentrated right here. Oh, her rig is parked out there. They're not working on it. So let's find out what's going on. Maybe they're done. Maybe they're done. That's her rig right there. Well, there's no parking spaces. They're really busy. Let's see. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, as promised, Judy thinks I'm doing her a favor, but I needed to shoot a video. So we have Judy and Buddy. Hi, Buddy. Buddy's here. So Judy's been here since, like, I'm going to guess 7 a.m., 8 o'clock. And it's 10 o'clock now, and they haven't even started. So at minimum, we're going to go for a drive. Or do you need to go to Walmart? Do you need to go to Smith's? Buddy can stay with me in the car.
We could go to Smith's. That would be great.
Okay, let's go to Smith's, and then we'll head out to mail messages and more, and I'll get my mail.
There's no big hurry for me to go to the store. So.
Well, we're just trying to fill the time here, so you don't have to sit in that lobby.
You're so awesome. Thank you so much.
Did some editing today.
Oops.
And we went to the chiropractor, and we discovered there was no more cat food left after this morning. And in order to avoid the wrath of George, we went to Smith's and we bought some cat food.
All these people have been in to pet the dog.
So I met with my doctor online yesterday for my diabetes medication, which, by the way, has gone down $50 a month.
Oh, that's good.
Which, yeah, I was pretty excited about that.
You want to go get your mail first?
I don't care.
Might be easier than trying to get across.
Well, I got to make a left here anyway to get to mail message. Huh?
You can go out this way.
I guess I could drive down here.
You can get to that back street behind Walmart. Might be easier. I avoid trying to make a left down here. It's hard enough to turn right.
We're not going through there. Maybe up here.
Yeah, it does go through.
Chipotle is here. That's the new restaurant.
Yeah.
Chipotle.
You're gonna go straight on through.
Buddy, are you comfortable back there? It looks like you are. We got a big thick dog bed and a blanket. And Buddy looks pretty comfortable.
He's a good boy. He's been so good. You should be able to go through the parking lot and get to the street that goes behind Walmart.
All right.
I think.
Wells Fargo. Wilson Road, you know? Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. makes a damn good hamburger. You know that?
That's all I eat in Quartzsite.
And it's cheaper than McDonald's in Quartzsite. Yep. Although McDonald's is cheap in Quartzsite if you use the app. If you don't use the app, McDonald's is insanely expensive.
I don't go to McDonald's.
But Carl's Jr. is less expensive and much better.
Well, and they knew me too. I always got a Gertie burger for Gertie. So.
They were an early adopter of Starlink there.
Mm-hmm.
They opened it up to everyone for free. It was 2 years ago, I think, they did that. But like you, I am very anxious to start my winter in Quartzsite. I mean, it's nice to be able to hang out with Robin and Patty, you know, in the mornings and sometimes in the evenings, but I usually don't do the evenings. But it's not the same as Quartzsite.
No.
It's just not the same.
And Lisa's going to set up. Well, I'm planning to go down. I'm leaving here the 11th, and I'll probably stay up around Williams for a week or so, and then I'm going to Quartzsite. So I'll get down there probably the last Saturday or Sunday of October.
You know, I'm probably 2 weeks behind you.
Yeah, so we're probably going to set up same spot we were before. She's got to go to Connecticut, so she has to leave around the 1st. So we'll get her camp all set up.
Remember that guy Rich that had the trailer kind of on the other side of the wash? He used to come over for campfires and stuff.
Right.
He's there now.
Oh, is he already?
And the woman, I forget her name now. I don't know whether she's coming or not. Tim's not going to be in the same place. He's going to be over actually the other side of Rich on a wash over there. But I'll be in my approximate same spot. It's funny. Like last year, the first couple of years I came back, I was all paranoid that someone was going to take my spot. And then this year I realized, so what? I'll just park further over, and it's all the same.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I was all worried. Is my spot going to be open?
There's that restaurant she was talking
Oh,
Patrona.
La Patrona. Huh. Is it new?
No, I've been there.
You've been there?
I haven't been there, but I know they've been there. Because I've seen it before when I was here.
In the Salvation Army Food Pantry and Service Center. I've not seen that. I noticed that before.
Yeah, you get on the wrong street for you could be lost forever.
So, getting my mail is sort of a little silly. There's not. I got it a week ago, so there's not going to be anything there. But I think my ballot will be in there. That's a good reason to go. My voting ballot, because in Nevada they send ballots out by mail to every voter, so you can vote by mail.
I'm hoping to vote in person, but I don't know where the voting site is. Quartzsite. Probably the senior center, I'm guessing.
And I'm sure it'll be very easy information to obtain.
I would rather vote in person than take a chance on it.
Now, isn't there a dog park here somewhere? If there is, I've not been able to find it.
There's not really a dog park. It's called the dog. It's called the dog something. The whole park is.
Oh, so it's not really a dog park.
But I don't know that it's a dog park. I know they do a lot of horses.
Isn't there a dog park somewhere though in Pearl?
Oh, there's several.
Oh, there's several.
Yeah. There's the really nice one that I liked. Gertie used to love that one here. And then there's another one out kind of by where that place was he used to stay.
Yeah, Nevada Treasure.
Yeah, there's one out that way, and then there's another one down this way. But the best one is Blosser Park. I haven't taken him because I don't know how he'll act with other dogs. So until I'm more secure.
Yeah, with a new dog, when you don't know, it's a little nerve-wracking before you get to know.
It took me 13 years to take Gertie to the dog park. And I found out she loved it. She was fine.
Dottie is not a big dog park dog. Dottie will, her routine is she'll sniff around, engage a little bit with other dogs, no big deal. And then wherever I am, she'll hop up. Like if there's a bench I'm sitting at, she'll just hop up on the bench.
That's what he's doing on that dog run.
And in quartzsite, Dottie just runs and hops on top of the table.
Yeah.
There could be 10 people there, and Dottie will get up on the table. And what that does, it sends the signal to every other dog, let's hop up on the table.
Yeah, and he's a table hopper too. So, well, I'm putting up all the fences this year, so we'll have our little Gertie's garden, and all the dogs are welcome to come over and play. So they can be off leash a little bit.
I'm anxious to see if my little orange zapper thing will get Dottie to shut up barking at Lisa's cat.
Oh yeah. I may go ahead and get one just because. Where you got it on Amazon?
Yeah, $37, I think.
It does get his attention back on me.
Well, it'll definitely get any dog's attention. It's wondering if it'll affect the barking. But right now, all I do is pick it up and Dottie stops barking.
Yeah, he's already getting it, and I've only used it this morning.
So, Have you seen the Escapees Park?
No,
Let's check. We'll check it out. I'll show you.
guess you better sit in the place, huh? He was so good. I meant to wipe that chair off because it had hair all over it. I forgot.
So I went yesterday. I went to Las Vegas yesterday.
I was wondering you were gone all day.
Yeah. Well, I left at about 4, a little before 4, and I got back at 9. My friend, my old partner in Fairfax County, Shane, we worked a special unit in the county called the Community Response Team, and it was a partnership of a mental health clinician and a firefighter paramedic. And we had a response vehicle, and our job was we were given referrals by the 911 center for people that called 911 frequently, to go out and engage with them and find out why they're calling 911 so much and what alternatives may be available to them.
Oh, smart.
And half the time it was a medical issue and half the time mental health. That's why they partnered a paramedic with a mental health professional. And Shane and I just got up. I mean, we got along so well, and we became a really good team, and we had these amazing experiences together. And in a funny coincidence, I had just called him a couple weeks ago to catch up, and a few days later, I got a call from my old work that said, "Hey, were you and Shane close?" And I go, "Yeah, why?" They said, "Well, he's leaving the community response team and he's going back to the fire department, so we're having like a party for him, and we wanted to surprise him with you on FaceTime."
Oh, how cool.
So I called him up and I said, "Act surprised. Pretend you haven't seen me in a while." So, and it just so happens that he had told me he's on the fire department hockey team. This is in Fairfax, Virginia.
Uh-huh.
And they travel to play league games against other fire departments all over the country. And he says to me, and he goes, "Rob, yeah, I don't know if this is anywhere near where you go or anything, but I'm going to be in Las Vegas to play a hockey game on, like it was, he arrived yesterday." I said, "Jake, it's like 47 miles from me." He's like, "You're kidding." So what I did is I drove. He flew in yesterday afternoon, and he and his buddies are staying in a big Airbnb near the Strip. And I said, "Well, I'll come pick you up, and I'll take you someplace very non-Las Vegas." So there's this great restaurant out near Red Rock.
Right.
It's out. It's a little tiny community outside Red Rock that has a great restaurant that they. I haven't been paying attention. We didn't cross North Leslie. I don't think we have.
We crossed Leslie.
Did we really?
Yeah. I was wondering. I thought it was on Leslie.
It was on Leslie, so I'll just go around the block here. That's funny. So I took him there, and one of the first things that happened is we're slowly driving through this little tiny community, and we're going by the elementary school, and the lawn is filled with burros.
Oh.
And he's like, "What's going on? What is that?" And he had no idea that burros were wild out here in the desert. So we got to stop. He was thrilled, and we had a great meal. It's like when we got there, there's an outdoor patio that I like to sit in, and we got there right around almost 6 o'clock, so the temperature had come down.
Yeah.
And I think the elevation's a little higher there. And so we sat there. And there was only one other bird couple there was in the whole restaurant.
Awesome.
And it started filling up as we got there. But we had a great meal and a great visit, caught up and everything. That was really cool. Yeah, I see North Leslie on the map. So I do this when I'm talking, especially visiting or doing a video with someone in the car. I lose track of where the heck I am and I miss turns. But it's not like we don't have a whole hell of a lot of time here.
Yeah.
So I think this Irene Street, this looks
Yes.
like it could go through.
No, this is Dana.
This is Dana, so we want Irene.
Yeah, I think it's an.
Irene.
I know Irene goes all the way down to 160.
This doesn't exactly look like the high rent district up here. A lot of modular homes that are probably very affordable. And, one of the things I've noticed that I've mentioned on the channel a lot is I notice people have these fences surrounding their entire property, which I think is very odd.
Well, probably most of them have some kind of animals.
Right, but usually people fence their backyard off. People here fence their entire property, perimeter of their property off. Look, every one of them. Even places that obviously people don't have a lot of money, but they spent the money on doing chain link fences with private property signs and everything. I've,
Maybe it helps to keep some of the wildlife out or something.
I have not lots, but I have more than one viewer that are pahrump people, and no one's really come up with a really good explanation for it. Because it can't be cheap
Oh,
to put fences up around like an acre of land, but like this guy has none,
yeah.
and it's a expensive looking home. And it's almost like they have a lot of them have tons of private property, no trespassing signs. Like there's some kind of problem with people trespassing. It's hard to imagine. I mean,
maybe because there's so much land in between, they are afraid people park the camp, or
I don't know. It seems very odd to me.
what? What's your problem?
Now, let's see. I don't know whether I'm going to make a left or a right here, so I need to.
Go to
Let's see. Saved. This is on all saved places. Mail. A mile to the left. So I make a left here. I knew it was close. I just didn't know what
This
side.
used to be one of the cheapest places to get propane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's you can buy propane on Tuesdays at where we are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at a discounted rate for members though. So you might not be able to get a discounted rate. But because it's only like for 2 hours one day a week, and I always forget. I usually get it at I think Tractor Supply.
I go to Shoshone.
What's Shoshone?
It's the gas company. It's a propane company.
In Peru?
Yeah, it's out past Tractor Supply. I just go there. It's easy to get in and out.
I'm gonna swap this for the drive. I have people you'll see if you watch this video, which I'm sure you're going to. In the comments, there'll be at least a couple of people that will say, I really don't I want to see where you're going. I don't want to see your face. And they don't mean it in an insulting way, but
Right.
they much prefer to see they're
Scenery.
fine listening, but they want to see where you're going.
Yeah.
And there's some legitimacy to that. Like we're talking about the fences, and they don't. It's kind of hard to picture what we're talking about, but you can see it here.
Yeah.
A lot of these places have these fences. It wasn't not quite as pronounced as where we just were, but look at all these places on the left here. They have fences around the whole property. What do you think? Like this place right here with all that chain link fence, at least an acre. What do you imagine it costs to chain link fence, buy and install an acre?
I imagine it's at least like say $10 square foot, or foot.
It's got to be in thousands and thousands of
Yeah.
dollars, right? We're not talking hundreds, we're talking thousands.
Right.
So you really would think they would have a pretty good reason for doing it. I'm curious. I want to know what it is.
Maybe people in the mail's tomorrow.
So here we are, mail messages and more, and I'm just going to leave the camera running while I run in there.
Try not to my nose.
Well, it's pointed out there, so you can pick all you want. Just don't swear. Don't tell any dirty jokes.
Oh, okay. Where's he going, bud? Where's he going? Okay. Ah, stay there. Go stay there. I'll be right back. He'll be right back. You stay there.
You the stunningly beautiful faces of Judy and Rob. So
Especially
you
since
can
Judy hasn't
see,
had a shower today.
so we can you can watch where we're going. Now we're on a little bit of a hunt for coffee. And did we pass a place? If we went back this way, I think we did, didn't
Yeah,
we?
there's
Yeah.
a gas station.
And sometimes gas station coffee's good. Could happen.
You put enough stuff
It's
in.
conceivable.
I'm sort of surprised they don't have free coffee or something at the.
At Tire Works?
Yeah, I guess I figured Jack in the Box is next door.
Yeah, probably. It's probably worth it to go to Jack and Fox
Well, you
rather
can't.
than
You know,
they wouldn't let. I'm sure they'd let them in Jack in the Box. No.
I don't know what the state laws are here. Although my dog's probably cleaner than half the people that go in there.
But I realized I could have taken Dottie with me because there were dogs running loose in the restaurant on the deck.
Oh, was there?
Really cute dogs. So I could have brought Dottie with
Cheryl and I found a place in the overlooks London Bridge at Havasu, Stockford. That's where we always went. And she took me to have Gertie's treatments done at Havasu. Go there and have lunch.
me. Is this taking me all the way back to 160? Because if it is, I think it is. We can we can go to Starbucks.
Okay,
Let's do that.
okay. I'll buy you some.
I didn't. I got 3 sips of coffee because what happened was I had my 8:15 chiropractor appointment, and uh, so I went to breakfast this morning, and I was running a little late. I overslept this morning. Even the chiropractor said, "You didn't get sleep, did you?" He could tell just by looking at me. I said, "No, I slept until I didn't get up till after 7, which is late."
Yeah, that's well late for you.
Um, so I woke up at like 2, and it took me 2 hours to get back to sleep for some reason. Anyway,
I
that's
probably
not the
woke you
point.
up because we walked past your trailer.
At 2 in the morning?
No, no, it's 7.
Oh, maybe, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. But anyway, what was I saying?
I should say I staggered past your trailer.
Um, I lost my train of thought. Believe me, I was telling a story. Oh, so I was a little late getting to breakfast. So I had to I ate a couple of bites and I had to get a to-go thing, and I just had time enough for a sip or two of coffee. I had that sort of that automatic muscle memory thing on the way in the car that I wanted to reach down and but there was no coffee there. Turn left at the stop sign. So I've been deprived of coffee today as well. In 3 miles, turn right. In 3 miles. So, I wonder if I could make this picture a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna take off the lens there, the wide angle. It's better without the lens. See if yeah, it's way better. And, this little lens I have makes it wide angle, so when I turn it around, it gets both of us in the shot, which is good great for that. But it's not so great watching road stuff because you get too much of the hood and everything. But now it looks good. Can you see the little monitor?
Mm-hmm.
Great little camera.
I haven't watched the one you said you got to do. Floating camera?
Yeah, I did. I did. DJI makes one now, and it's like almost half the price of the other one I have, and it performs better. It performs better. So the Hover X1, that company's gonna have a big problem because they have an inferior product for almost twice the price. Jeez, that's bad news for them. But I did have some audio problems with it. Like, I this microphone is made that I'm using. Where the hell's the mic? Oh, it's right here. It's made by DJI, so it's designed to go with the selfie stick. But when I tried it, um, I would the video would start and I'd start talking and there'd be no you wouldn't hear anything, and then suddenly it would kick in, so there's some kind of delay. Hopefully they'll fix that with the firmware. I panicked for a minute because this is not the kind of device you want to lose.
No.
This is very expensive.
Yeah. It's hit on console.
Yeah. What do you say there, bud? You pretty comfortable? Circle K.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Where's the place in town you can get a shower for cheap? Are you aware?
Yeah, it's back out that way.
And what kind of place is it?
It's a gas station.
We can pass it on our way to Paradise. It sounds like paradise, but it's pair of
Paradise.
dice.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's actually, if you're a Escapees member, which only costs $79 a year, there's deeply
Really?
discounted rates
I
to
didn't.
stay there.
I didn't know that they. I thought Escapees was expensive.
No, it's $79 a year for membership.
It's all the same.
And if someone commented that they wanted to get on the list, like I am for the to buy in, and you have to be an Escapees member for 18 months minimum. So they just started they have to wait 18 months now
Yeah.
to get on the list. But
Well,
I've been
hopefully we'll get
more
to
than
travel a
2
little
years.
bit more than I was able to with Gertie. So it'd be good to have a couple. I had Boondockers Welcome, and I gave that up because I never used it. And because I only went between here and
They have dry camping as well. It's super cheap, but they also, member spots that are open, they rent them out
ooh, I'll
for
have to check that out.
very cheap.
I told Lisa I'm on a strict budget now after all these repairs on my RV, but they needed to be done.
Okay, so where are we? Okay, so uh, Starbucks is down here at the right.
Turn right at the traffic light. I can't drive through any place in my RV. There's one, the Wendy's, and it's attached. It's in, is it Williams? Yeah, it's in Williams. And somebody tore their canopy off, so now it can drive through in your RV.
That's funny. Here's Wally, Panda Express, Wally Mark, Sonic. We'll get to drive by your rig and wave at it as we go by
Yeah.
after we go to
Hopefully it'll be
Starbucks.
at back.
I wonder what that's going to be there.
Probably have a coffee.
So I've never been in the drive-through here. So do you know what you want?
Yeah.
What do you get?
Uh, I like chocolate mocha.
All right, we'll just get two. I was gonna say whatever you're gonna get, we'll get two of.
Well, it's very sweet.
Yeah, I like.
Okay.
It's right here, right?
And you could either get hot or cold. And I want mine hot.
BJ.
Hello, can I just get it for you? Hi, we want two hot white chocolate mocha. You want the large one? What size?
Whatever size you're getting.
Two venti.
Okay.
That should do
Want
it.
a cup for the dog too?
No, I don't know that he'll like it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's pricey.
I know. That's why
Holy
I
mackerel.
hardly ever do this.
Holy shit! I wouldn't have ordered that if I knew it was going to be that much.
It's not a problem. You get a treat.
All right, so we need to clear out what's stuff here for us. We need to have room. Okay. Hey, buddy, I need you.
Buddy.
Oh,
Honey. I don't even have one of these. All I have is the bunkhouse thing. And
I don't know what all this stuff is down here. I haven't
Just
seen it.
change.
And this is the key to my. I think that's a key to my front door. And I meant to give you the code. I'm not going to say it here because we're still recording. The code to my door in case.
Yeah, if you go someplace, you want me to walk the audio with it. This part.
All right. So let's just close. Okay. And this is the valve. All right. Well, it's probably best that the camera wasn't pointed in here with all our administrations. What tip do you want?
Uh-oh.
Boy, that's big. I'm gonna be all jacked up.
Yep.
Are you guys ready for this? Thank you.
Yeah, he's so picky. I used to get Gertie a pup cup, but
I saw that car coming fast. Yeah. Like if you live in Pahrump full time, it's not a matter of if you're going to have a car accident, it's when you're going to have a car accident because they're so frequent. Well, I'm pretty alert and careful. Yeah, it's on my microphone. And I don't know where it is now. Live, and it's actually working. I need to plug it in.
is that right?
So, yeah, right there is good. So we need to go. This is like the other side, the opposite side of Pahrump from where Nevada Treasure is. And I bet the distance from Nevada Treasure to Paradise is probably 15 miles.
Probably.
So this thing is in there just to keep it sealed or something.
I forgot to look to see if my truck is back.
Oh, that's good. That tastes pretty damn good.
That's my favorite thing to have.
Oh boy, that's good.
And it does have coffee in it. So this, now my kids, when we're in Reno, they go to Dutch Brothers. Dutch Brothers is actually better than, they have better coffee than Starbucks. It's smoother.
Yeah, Starbucks always has that burnt taste edge to it, and that's their trademark. That's not unintentional,
Right.
but it takes a little getting used to it.
So, but they have, they know all the secret menus and all that stuff.
Your dog's staring at me.
He's in love.
Buddy.
He's a good boy.
So
I guess, yeah.
we're gonna take a peek on what see if we can take a peek at what Dottie's doing.
You told me the Gold Town's closing, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's the rumor.
Did you see they're going to tear down the circus?
No.
Yep. Somebody's bought it. Evidently, it is true now. Somebody's bought it, and they're going to tear it down, and put up another mega resort.
Oh, that's something.
I guess it's a pretty bad disrepair.
There's an RV park. As far as it.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not great. There's Dottie Doll.
There she is. She's sleeping. Let's see, I can't do it. I have to be on Wi-Fi to use my camera. So I'm waiting till I get my puck.
There, if you can see that, there's Dottie, live shot, sleeping in her bed. So we're in the middle of Pahrump, and it's 5.3 miles. So one of the drawbacks of when I move here in a couple of years is that, it's a 5 or 6 mile trip to go to Walmart or Smith's. So
for now it's a mile.
Well, if that. So it's a little bit of a sacrifice. It's not quite as convenient, but I remember when I was living at Nevada Treasure, it was about the same distance. And I remember being, boy, this is kind of a little bit of a pain in the neck. And I just was in the lap of luxury staying at Preferred because I could even take my e-bike for small grocery trips to Smith's.
Yep.
Or to McDonald's or to Taco Bell. But that's not going to be an option here. Also, there's not like one of the luxuries of Preferred RVs, shade trees. There are none here.
Oh, really?
There's no pool. But the pool has become less and less important to me. I get a little burnt out on doing the volleyball thing. Hour and a half is a long time.
That's a long time, yeah.
It's too long. An hour would be better, but
especially in water.
It's like I'm playing volleyball, and in the last half an hour, I'm like counting the minutes for it to be over. So I don't really go. I don't think I'm going to go again. All right. So you might notice the picture's a little different because the good camera overheated. So we're back on the cell phone, and we're just coming up to the Escapees Park. I wanted to. It's the first time I've been through it since I've put down my $2,000 deposit, and I'm on the wait list. I was until recently the last one. Now I'm the second to last one on the wait list, and it's really out here in the outskirts. Check it out. We're out in the desert. It's remote. Those mountains, that's California, right, Judy? All those mountains?
San Bernardino Mountains, I think.
They're what are they?
I think the San Bernardino Mountains.
Oh, okay. So the best part of being in California is being near California.
Trust me.
And Paradise Escapees Co-op, it's called. And there's a couple signs there. And there it is. Well, they do have some trees. I was wrong. Look, they have trees, but they don't have the kind of clusters of shade trees that preferred RV resort does. But here we are. It's on the right here. And, you know, according to my plan, this is going to be kind of permanent home for me, home base. So I'm going to stop by the office here and just explain who I am and what I'm doing. They were a little cautious or whatever to begin with. But then they figured out that I was the guy, the YouTuber that did the video. They got pretty excited. And we were talking about, you know, how it can go. Sometimes the list can go really quickly. You never know. But they're here. He was my reference.
Megan?
Melanie. It's Melanie. So this is pretty. See, these are the structures there, and there's like there's an A. Well, you get half. There's an A side and a B side. You see A and B up there.
Yeah.
So this belongs to this guy's thing, A. But you see, they've customized it, and like this stuff on the outside, the stone and stuff, that's all custom. I think the concrete pad is custom. You know, some people have gotten really elegant and fancy with them. They're designed to be storage units, but they can easily be made into something that's really cool. Now, here's somebody with, I believe, is a park model. What I want, right? And see where the steps are? That's where the hitch is.
Oh, okay.
And then they have skirting around us. So you really, that's.
If they changed that door, you wouldn't even really know that it's a park model, kind of.
But check it out. That's what I want.
Yeah,
right?
It's nice. It's got 2 slides there, so it's nice and roomy.
So I love this idea. These A and B side things.
Space rent once you're in here?
There is no rent. You pay like the annual fee of like it's $1,200. It may be more now. I think
so. Say $200 a month.
That's $100 a month.
Well, I know, but if they raised it, maybe $200 a month.
If they doubled it, I don't know exactly what it is because I think in the website it says 1,200, and I think that's a little outdated. It says like 1,200 as of 2021.
Community card.
But that's it, and you pay your utilities. But if you don't use utilities, you don't pay anything. So that's that. And when you leave, you get your $10,000 back.
Wow. So you're really basically
I mean, I was so amazed by that I had to like find a copy of the agreement and read it and make sure that was true. It really is true. So even when you die, it goes to your estate, and then the next person on the list, so co-op's not out or anything because they'll get $10,000 from the next person on the list for that spot.
So it just kind of keeps going.
So there's a little trick though, is that it's set up so when you come up, a space comes up and say it's this space right here. If I don't want that space, I can do 3 refusals. And so the third one, I got to take the third one. But what they told me was, nah, that's not how to do it. As soon as one comes up, take it. And then as spots become available, they become available before the person on the list to the people that are already here. So you can do a transfer.
Oh.
So even if it's a spot you don't like, take it and wait for a spot that you like to come up. Here's one that's got a fence for I'm sure maybe for their dog. Well, I don't know. It doesn't go all the way around, but they have a little fence up.
Lisa, sorry.
And then here's someone, look at the AmeriGas tank they have there for their propane.
Yeah.
And I'm sure AmeriGas just comes out and fills it for them, so you don't have to worry about that stuff.
These are big spaces.
They're big spaces, and I'm so excited about I don't think they call them casitas, but they're pretty big.
They're huge.
And like patios.
That's bigger than my. That's
So
as big as my house.
so there's a fire pit they've done, a little patio. So any improvements that are on there, they take what you document how much you spend on the improvements and you turn in receipts to them. And when you leave, the person coming in has to pay you the depreciated value of the improvements.
Oh, wow.
Which means also when you buy a spot, it's not 10,000, it's 10,000 plus the depreciated value of any improvements. So it's going to, she's.
Are they all 10,000 or like Deborah's was
No, they're
less than that?
all 10. Yeah. These are all 10,000 plus the depreciated value of improvements. A one with a lot of improvements could run you 15.
Okay. You see, they got that
But
all enclosed.
like this
That's
stone
nice.
in here that they've done and all this is all custom stuff that costs them money. You know, almost every one that you see has some amount of customization.
Yeah.
That's another park model right there on the right, I think.
Looks like it.
And in here, you see these rigs that are parked here. This is, you get a space to store your rig in, a numbered space as part of your membership. There's no separate storage fee. And right here, can you figure out what this is right here?
Which?
Right in front of us.
Oh, you can do your own car work.
Well, you could have driven your rig on top of that, walk down the stairs and change your own oil and they dispose of the oil for you.
Wow.
Isn't that friggin' cool? And so all these people are storing their owners here and they get to store their RVs for free. So when I'm here, my little travel trailer would be right here. And I would be staying in my park model, like this one right in front of us. That's a park model, that bridge view. And they're not here. So I'm going to pull up a little close so people can see what I'm talking about. This is called a park model. And you see the hitch on the front. It's not designed to be hauled all over the place like a camper.
It's like a small mobile home.
It's a small mobile home, and the definition is sub 400 square feet. And you are not allowed to have a mobile home here, only a park model. And so you have a choice. I can just use my trailer here and take off and allow them to rent my spot out. And the rent doesn't go to you, it goes to the association. So you're kind of contributing to the association. But I won't.
Not a bad deal though either.
I would do that as long as I don't have my permanent park model. Once I have my permanent park model, and if you want a golf cart, there's one for sale.
I wish I had that.
Is there a phone number or a price? That's an old one. I'm sure it's very inexpensive.
I wish I had something like that in quartzsite. I got to drive the.
Check this place out. Isn't that? Look at that.
That's nice.
Like they've taken the roof. I'm gonna pick this up and just show you. The roof meets right there the kind of casita. So that's really cool what they've done there.
Well, there's another one over here had done that too.
Where?
It was back over here. We passed it. But it makes it nice because they can enclose that for privacy and for coolness and heat in the winter.
And they have a little golf cart there. You know, I might get a golf cart here because they are a used one, like the ones you see around here, are very inexpensive. You don't have to spend a lot of money on it. And I'm going to get too old for the e-bike in a few years.
Don't say that. You're almost 10 years younger than me.
Well, it's hard getting my leg over it sometimes.
My brother had to quit driving his bike because he was having trouble, and then his balance is getting worse. He dumped it a couple of times, and he said, that's enough, so now he walks everywhere.
And I believe, so they have propane here, and then somewhere, I don't know where it is, there's a big workshop with tons of tools. Yeah. Is that it, maybe? I don't think so. That's a maintenance workshop. But look, there's a pavilion here. Like I'll
Guy pulling
turn,
up his pants.
huh?
Guy pulling up his pants.
So a nice little pavilion here for activities. There are all those grills and stuff there. That's totally great.
Wonder if this is the workshop, maybe.
No, it's big.
It's
It's
big?
big like that thing.
See, I like Pearl. I like Trump as a town.
Me too. Me too. And I like the fact that um, that serious medical care is close in Las Vegas.
Yeah. See, that's the problem we have in Bishop. It's 150 miles to Reno.
Because
Or
I would
200 miles to
imagine
Reno.
when I have my hip replacement, it'll be in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And I'd be able to probably hire someone to transport me back and forth before and after the surgery.
The
And
hospital might have something like that too if there's enough people out this way. There's a big building. It's that big.
and there's a mix of different political views.
Yeah.
I saw Trump and I saw Harris. So there's both. It's nice to have a mix of people.
Gazebo.
Yeah, I was gonna a nice gazebo. So tell me this isn't really cool.
This is called Gazebo Island.
I really like this park and the whole idea of, you don't own the spot, you don't own the real estate, you own a right to be here for life for $10,000 plus the discounted or the depreciated cost of improvements. That's the deal here. And I suspect that the cost of this will go up.
Now,
that's what I think.
This is. Do you have to be 55 or over?
No.
So anybody could live in here.
Pretty much, I think. Yeah. And you see off to the right there, it's surrounded by nothing that's going to make any noise.
Right.
And I mean, look at this how cool they've done a concrete slab and little table out there. It's just so neat and well decorated. And
they all have the concrete slab around the shed. So maybe the park put those in.
Maybe I'm not positive.
Because they all look like they have it.
Yeah, I guess they all have the concrete
Maybe
slab.
they did that when they put those sheds in. Look at this cactus over here.
Oh wow,
those are gorgeous.
I bet that was not cheap to buy that cactus.
Yeah,
I've been to a cactus place and big ones are expensive. I just love these buildings that you got. And almost everybody you see an air conditioner.
Like a outdoor kitchen. That's nice. That would be nice in the summertime here.
And the I'm not going to show it this video, but there's the clubhouse and everything's really, really nice.
That's that workshop. That looks like it could be a workshop.
Yeah, it's more like a Quonset sort of thing. I think that might be the clubhouse. I'm not sure. I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the clubhouse. It's big. There's a huge kitchen in there, lots of different rooms, a big open room. And in my other video, you can see a tour of it. They have like ice cream and sodas and stuff. It basically cost. So I'm thinking about getting out of here, but I have no idea
Where you're at.
where I'm at. I don't know how to get out of here, but we'll figure it out.
This looks like the main.
We have time. What's that?
This looks like the main street. If they got Chewbacca.
And these are boondocking sites.
Oh,
right
okay.
here on your left. I've
Where you
stayed
dry
here
camp.
before where you can dry camp. And when you remember, I think they give you a few free days. But yeah, I was like right here for a while. The numbered spots. So yeah, we made it to the entrance. And so I'm gonna end this video here, and I'm gonna promise I'm gonna end it instead of now I don't know whether to go right or left. I think right. Left?
We came in that way.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay. And left and right, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to end the video here, and I hope you enjoy it. And sorry for the difference in probably resolution and quality because I had to use two different cameras, but you got the gist. And you can see how excited I am about moving here sometime in the next couple of years. Take care. And as always, I'm totally grateful for you listening and watching my videos, especially if you've made it this far and are hearing me be grateful. You've watched the whole thing. So that's really great. Thank you. See you tomorrow.